Hey Jewel fans!
I'm Chris.
And I'm Ronnie from the Jewelers Archive.
And we're here today to talk to you about this ancient form of media.
What is it?
Oh, I think it's a Betamax.
I think it is a video home. I don't know what the S stands for.
I've never known what it stands for.
It must be like video home.
VHS tapes.
There you go.
So, as many of you know, Gwenevere and friends had about 8 of their adventures released on video cassette.
Unfortunately, not the whole season.
Yeah, not
that would have been fun.
Not all the first season and not any of the second season.
Right,
so.
Unfortunately. At least not domestically to us, at least not in the States. Now, there was a release of the second season on, not beta, but on PAL. So it was on VHS, but it was in PAL, unfortunately, not NTSC.
Yeah. So, we're just gonna kind of go through the VHS tapes, kind of discuss them, chit-chat about them a little bit.
Right.
By the way, this is part of our archival showcase series. So you can find, we've talked a lot about dolls so far, so this is our first sort of foray into some of the other memorabilia and media releases of the show. So we'll be, continuing on down various pathways as the archival showcase series goes on.
Not that we really have a whole lot of not that we have a whole lot of non-first release stuff, because the only thing that really is second release was, well, for us, the foreign merchandise, but also the DVD, which we're not talking about this time, because we're talking only about the VHS tapes.
Yeah, we're going to tuck the DVD in, I think, when we talk about Starla DVDs. So
we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. So, but today, we're going to talk about VHS. So, this is kind of a fun one. It's Song of the Rainbow. This was available only, I believe, through promotion. A Toys R Us, if you bought the dolls.
Right, if you bought a doll, then you were able to get one.
Did you get this for free, or did you have to purchase it?
I'm pretty sure that this one was a gift. So if you, with the purchase of one of the dolls, you can find out more. We have a whole section about marketing of Princess Gwenevere and the Jewelers, especially during the first run in 95 and 96. So just go ahead and follow the links down below. It talks a lot about marketing. There's a lot of behind the scenes. So this was part of one of those marketings. So this one, and you can see it on the bottom, it says special preview, not for sale or rental. So you couldn't buy it, you couldn't rent it, which explains why I never saw it in the first run. I didn't get my first copy until a few years later, I think maybe in like the early 2000s.
Yeah, I bought mine off of eBay, so which is pretty much the only place you'll find them.
Right. The thing that I want to talk about is the artwork. So this is potentially my favorite of all of the VHS tapes. It is. I love this artwork. And for me, it's so iconic of what Princess Gwenevere and the Jewelers is. You have these 3 heroes, and they're here to save Avalon. They're in this heroic pose. They're standing in front of the Crystal Palace.
Their jewels are huge in their hands.
And not only that, but we talked about this, but their jewels are still on their person, and they're holding them in their hands. So again, that's one of the things that we talked about when we were showcasing the dolls.
Yeah.
So for me, I love this pose. I love it, love it, love it.
So this cover is taken directly from artwork from the style guide. Yeah, this is the cover of the style guide, which you can find on the site. And it's just, it's one of those really gorgeous pieces of art that got kind of thrown out there a lot and used on various pieces of media, calendar, stuff like that.
And the design of the jewels on the front with the girls holding the jewels was actually the inspiration for me for our teaser, which we do have available with merchandise. If you were to go to some place like a site like Redbubble, we do have this merchandise available, but it was the placement of those jewels in the girls' hands that actually inspired me to draw that. And then also the magic burst is the same burst that's right there. So that's our logo. That's early Jewelers Archive right there. Yeah. So also what I want to talk about is the logo on the bottom corner, the Amazing Adventures logo.
Is that on all of the VHS tapes?
It is. At least the Princess Gwenevere ones.
I've never noticed that.
For us, Amazing Adventures was the block of cartoons that was released on Sundays, and Princess Gwenevere and the Jewelers was a part of it.
Right.
So the fact that it has that Amazing Adventures was used in Canada, it was used in the Americas. So for me, this is just quintessential my Jewel Rider childhood right here. This right here is it. So on the back, in contrast to the other VHS tapes that have the Crystal Palace on it, this one is an advertisement, again, not for sale or rental, and it has that jacket Gwenevere that we mentioned earlier.
I believe in the style guide that's known as her adventure outfit, and I love that. I love that outfit. I love that pose. You can see this is actually really interesting because it is she has the star on her belt and her sleeves, which she only has in Jewel Quest, because later it gets replaced with her son.
Right.
So when she gets it's a very, and the star is Queen Anya's symbol through a lot of the show too.
Fun fact.
Yeah. So I've always liked that kind of made it onto a piece of merchandise.
Right.
I've always thought it's weird that Song of the Rainbow, like one of the very popular, kind of iconic episodes, is on a preview screener.
For me, maybe this is where so many fans got their love for Tamara. Because it's the Tamara episode.
It is a very Tamara, even though she's in a daze trance for like 3/4 of it, I guess.
But here's the thing. Song of the Rainbow was also used almost exclusively for the VHS video commercial. So you can watch the commercial down below. We have a link, and it'll link you to the original commercial. But they used all the clips from Song of the Rainbow to advertise the video.
Those tornadoes coming out of the wild magic.
Right, all of that was Song of the Rainbow. Yeah. And not only that, but at the end of the preview, it says coming soon in January 1996, and it has a lineup of 3 of the videos, and all of them feature this as the cover artwork. So I don't know if they really were going to use, maybe that's why they used this particular artwork, was because this was the preview, and then all the rest of the released ones were going to look like this as well. It's just, there's a variant on the spines where like one's a different color, and it has different colors on it. So on the back, it prompts you, it says, join Princess Gwenevere and the Jewel Riders in these fantastic new video adventures. Jewel Quest, Travel Trees Can't Dance, Wizard's Peak, plus many more. And I guess by many more, they are talking about For Whom the Bell Trolls and Full Circle.
Right.
Because those are the only
ones that came out after
Right.
that,
but it also says Travel Trees Can't Dance, and Travel Trees Can't Dance was released on the same VHS as Wizard's Peak.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if those were going to be split up originally.
Maybe.
Interesting
it is.
The world will never know.
Right? So don't miss the fun and excitement coming to video stores everywhere starting January 1996.
Oh.
It's a fun video. I like this one. Yeah. And in kind of a synergy between the doll line and the video line, inside of each of the VHS there was more advertisement. So when we reviewed the Moon Dance doll, we had talked about one of the rebate offers that was available in the doll collection. Those were only available in the unicorns though. The other dolls did not have them. So when you bought a video, now I don't think that this one was in Song of the Rainbow, because it's a rebate offer for $1 off when you purchase one Princess Gwenevere and the Jewel Riders video. So I don't think that it came with Song of the Rainbow, especially because it says in bold letters, except Song of the Rainbow. But this was available to you, so collect all 3 volumes, it prompts you. Coming January 1996, available everywhere videos are sold. And again, you can see where it has the picture of all 3 of the videos looking like the same one as Song of the Rainbow, which is funny because the front video that's depicted on this paper is Song of the Rainbow, but it just minus the banner that says special preview, not for sale or rental.
Right.
And I've always liked that. And then it has each of the girls as the spine photo.
Oh, by the way, also, it does say fully animated for ages 4 and up.
Oh, it does.
Yes, I never knew that 4 was the cutoff age for Jewel Riders.
Maybe
until
it was
looking
for that
at this.
mild action adventure. And the other insert that was included was a marketing card for the dolls. So again, lots of synergy, lots of cross promotion. So this one prompts you to look for these great Princess Gwenevere and the Jewel Riders toys at retail. I don't mean I don't know if they mean at retail price, at a retailer. It just says at retail.
At retail.
Maybe they ran out of room and they couldn't fit it all.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But the front card prompts you to ride the wild magic with Princess Gwenevere the Jewel Riders. It displays the Jewel Power Dolls. And on the back, it's a nice image. It has the Jewel Adventure Deluxe dolls and also the animals.
Right.
So that's a fun
it's
card.
a beautiful marketing little card.
I love it. And the next marketing piece that we have is going to be Jewel Quest. But what's unique about this Jewel Quest, it's a full-length screener. So a screener was given to video stores, to prospective retailers, so that way they could view the video and say whether or not they wanted to carry it.
Right.
So this was distributed out, and on the back, it does have a couple of prompts for the purchaser, or rather the recipient, so that way they can know what it is. This is also available, I'm pretty sure like they might have given it to like video stations, so if you're on television station, that way you can see it, but I'm not 100% certain. But on the back it tells you that Hasbro's toy line to launch this fall, multi-million-dollar television campaign, 78 million impressions to promote the video series. Episodes are seen in over 80% of the United States. What 20% didn't see it?
I know.
I'd be interested to find
that
out.
incredibly interesting because does that mean that it was sold like direct in syndication? It's probably, why.
Probably. There's a national watch and win contest during this November and February sweeps, which we talked about. Major cross promotion with over 500,000 Princess Gwenevere toys throughout all of 1996. Targeted girls ages 4 to 10.
4 to 10.
Or boys.
10.
So we were at that cutoff because we were 10. Well, I was 9 years old.
I was 9 when I first saw it.
Okay. So we were 9, so we were under that cutoff, but only 4 to 10.
Yes.
Provide strong positive role models, and even the $1 off mail-in rebate with purchase of tape.
Right.
So there you go. So that is the Jewel Quest full-length screener. And then after that...
So yeah, we've got also, the Jewel Quest, the regular release VHS. I just want to mention that this artwork that appears on these VHS, the regular release VHS, appears nowhere else.
Right. These are exclusive.
Yeah,
so this artwork is exclusive.
This is beautiful artwork. Again, nobody knows who drew this, whether they worked for Hasbro or whether they worked for Family Home Entertainment, which released or Amazon, or who knows. I'm not sure where the art was produced. But, I mean, it's really lovely. You can see... It's got, Princess Gwenevere and the Jewel Riders listed right there on the VHS cassette itself. I've always thought it's really interesting on this one that Tamara's in the foreground and Gwenevere is in the back.
What can I say? Tamara's more loved.
Oh, man.
And Tamara's on the spine, too. Which, fun fact, this is the only video that has non-Gwenevere on the spine. So the spine artwork has Tamara on it because probably she's more prominently featured on the front cover, but for everywhere else it's Gwenevere.
Yeah. I mean, and again,
the jewel is ridiculously large.
The jewels are huge. It looks like a dinner plate.
The heart is like this big.
But no, it's just beautiful artwork. I love the Sun Star on the cover of this one. I think she's probably my favorite piece of this cover.
Right.
But yeah, and then you've got the very fancy jewels with the logo and everything. So they're hi-fi. Isn't that exciting? Ooh. Yeah.
I think another thing to note on the back of the videos, so from here on out, we do have a consistent design for the back of the VHS.
Yes.
And that features the Crystal Palace, and then it has the lovely pink faded background which fades to white, and a synopsis of what the video is in the episode. And all of them are 44 minutes. So, I'm sorry, with the 2 episodes, because everything, for the most part, a Gwenevere episode is 22 minutes.
Yeah, which is a standard runtime with commercial.
Because that's 1 minute.
Commercials,
well, that's 1 minute for intro, 1 minute for outro. So really, the story itself is 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Fun fact. And I know because I've edited so far all of the first season and the second season. Hopefully, you've watched them.
Yes. So our next one we're going to feature is Wizard's Peak, including one of my favorite episodes, Wizard's Peak. The other story contained on this is Travel Trees Can't Dance,
which is
actually chronologically the second episode of the show.
Well, but third episode, because Jewel Quest is part 1 and 2.
Yes. I don't know, I always counted as number 2. I just think of Jewel Quest as one big...
That's only because you saw it as the 2-parter.
I know,
that's
as
why.
a kid.
Because when they first were in syndication, the episode debuted as a exclusive, so it had parts 1 and 2 on the same day. You didn't wait.
Yeah, which was nice. So, the Jewel Quest one features Wizard's Peak in the background here, with some random rainbows for no one knows
I think
what
it's the light shimmering off of the ice.
I love this one, though, because it features the snow outfits that are never seen again in this show after this episode. Except poor Fallon.
Well, Fallon's in Jewel Power.
Yeah.
She's in Jewel Armor.
Again, the spine's got Gwen on the spine. And so you can see on the back here also, how Jewel Quest is all written out as one episode, whereas these are written out as each episode gets a separate entry.
Right.
So this is a great one. I remember renting this from my Hollywood Video. I remember renting Jewel Quest from there as well. And fun fact, somewhere in my Jewel Riders boxes collection are those rescued tapes from Hollywood Video.
Oh, really?
When they were selling off their VHS collections, I went in and I rescued the Jewel Riders tapes for like $2 a piece.
Wow.
So,
but those ones are probably so faded.
Oh, they are. The sun hit them and they're a mess.
Don't you hate that? And it's so sad because
they've got those plastic covers on them.
Right. Well, the video covers, though, are so beautiful because, truly, any 90s video cover is just so stunning and the artwork is just so eye-catching.
They're so vibrant.
They are. I love
it's
90s and VHS artwork. It's so pretty.
It's a very much like a Day-Glo approach to
and I love Day-Glo.
Design. It's very like stuff like Lisa Frank and all of that is very. You can see the influence that trickled through a lot of other products.
Right.
And Jewel Riders did not escape that. It's very bright colors. The whole palette is bright, but especially on these VHS covers, I think.
So we have now the next one, and this is for Whom the Bell Trolls. So for Whom the Bell Trolls, for at least my collection, is probably the least touched of all of them.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly for Whom the Bell Trolls, the signature episode. I didn't identify with it. And then you have Marie featured on the cover, and it's not enticing as a child. You're not really interested in it. Maybe that's your favorite episode.
I'm sorry.
But the other episode is The Fairy Princess, which I do like that episode. For me, it's very Wizard of Oz reminiscent. Like, she misses home, she wants to go back.
They talk about going over the rainbow.
Right, it's very Wizard of Oz. So again, you have a beautiful artwork of Gwenevere. This time she's in the Jewel Power outfit. Tamara and Fallon are in their non-jewel powered outfits. You have Murray the Troll featured on the front in this yellow color. Again, very Day-Glo
yellow
neon colors. Yeah. And then on the back, again, a good synopsis between the two episodes. And this time it is in order because For Whom the Bell Trolls chronologically comes before The Fairy Princess.
That's right.
So this is a chronologically correct release.
So I've always been mystified why they put a troll on the cover of a children's VHS and not the Fairy Princess.
You think that would have sold.
Think that you would have put Fairy Wisp and Windy on the cover of that and not Murray the Troll. It's a very odd choice. But
maybe they thought the green-haired troll was going to sell it and this pink-haired fairy wasn't.
Maybe.
You just
I don't know who they thought they were marketing to then.
Girls ages 4 to 10.
Yeah.
That's who they were marketing to. That's what it said. It still says for ages 4 and up.
Also, funnily, I call this the open mouth cover.
Because
all the girls have open mouths.
Well, they're in just such awe.
They're just such awe of Murray's little magic. Right. It's
so uninspiring.
Tamara has a fish face on this one, I'm sorry to say.
Tamara doesn't have the best pictures on any, well, at least on Wizard's Peak as well. She kind of has a little bit of a messed up face, I would
she
say.
doesn't have great faces on these 2 covers.
No, but I like Jewel Quest, and I like the one that we're about to do next, the final release.
Is this one your favorite?
You know, no, but I like it because it has, well, let's talk about it. It has Kale on it.
It is the only one that has Kale on it.
It's like a menacing action sequence, and the coloring is nice. I like the purple.
It's got a nice dark coloring to it. I don't know that I ever saw this one as a child. This tape,
no.
Never.
But this one wasn't bought online. This one is actually from my original collection. So what had happened was my dad had found it for sale, I think in maybe a Hastings or something like that type of a store. So it was maybe years later. I want to say maybe 3 years later.
Oh, wow.
So it was still on the shelf after 3 years.
It's a shelf warmer. That's sad.
Right. But thankfully this one's not faded or anything like this. It wasn't a rental. It was a brand new video.
So this one contains, Revenge of the Darkstone and Full Circle. Oddly enough, on the back of this, Full Circle is listed at the top and then followed by Revenge of the Darkstone, but they are in the correct order, I think, on the tape.
Well, it would be very odd if it wasn't.
Yeah,
you saw the final and then you went back to the beginning of it.
Yeah.
That would be very odd. Now, something to note about the release of Full Circle is that for the marketing aspect of it, for the commercials, the video releases had an alternate version, and you can watch that again. The link is down below, so make sure to watch it. It instead says, debuting January 1996, it says that it's available now in stores, and it has a picture of Jewel Quest on it. But that was only available on this Full Circle release. So all the other releases of the VHS have the one that says coming January 1996, although you're physically watching the video, and yet it still, it doesn't have the correct pictures on it, but this one changed. So the title card at the end of this alternate commercial had Jewel Quest featured, and Full Circle was released afterwards. So it was released in 1996. I think it was just released after. It was later that year. I think maybe summertime.
Okay. So it's so what episodes then didn't get released on VHS? So Home Sweet Hearthstone,
Love Struck, and Badlands. All of those episodes are always grouped together.
Yeah, because they're all character focus episodes. Home Sweet Hearthstone is as a Tamara focus. Love Struck is a Drake focus, and Badlands is a Fallon focus episode. All episodes I think that are stronger than For Whom the Bell Trolls to put out on a VHS. So it's too bad that none of those saw a release. I think that would have been a lot of fun. I would have loved to see a Badlands cover. That would have been amazing.
Right. We also have Dreamfields. That wasn't released.
And Dreamfields is one of my favorite episodes. So.
And it's interesting because Dreamfields was the only Crown Jewel episode. Again, the other 3 didn't involve Crown Jewels. Those were just extra episodes. Dreamfields is the only one that wasn't released on video. Yeah, so it's the one and only Crown Jewel episode. Oh, that's so sad. It's how come the ones I love are not released? That's it. Yeah, that is. Just those 4. Just those 4. So so I think that's pretty much it for the VHS. Right, it's a beautiful collection. Yeah. Did you have them growing up? Hold them. Hold them together. All up here. It's Song of the Rainbow. Well, Song of the Rainbow's right over there. There you go. It's right here. So there's the full collection. They're beautiful. They pop up on eBay from time to time. If you have a chance to own some of these, I would get them just for the artwork. Even they're pretty. They really are. They're lovely. They're a great addition to any Jewel Riders collection. And of course, if you want to watch the videos, we do have the openings available, as we talked about earlier, and we have the full-length episodes too. Just make sure to go to the playlist for each of the series. Yes, we also pulled the video from the full-length screener as a single one, right? Yeah, so that's available too. So if you want to see the screener, really the only difference is that it's the same thing as the Jewel Quest release. It's just the opening's a little different, and on the bottom it scrolls the fact that it's not for sale.
Right.
And that if you've bought this or rented this, to call this number.
Yeah.
You don't need to call that number. This is only for an archival purpose.
Yes. We are not making money off of this screener.
Right. Well, we hope that you enjoyed the showcase of these wonderful VHS tapes and the fun look back at our memories about them and the history.
So we don't normally watch VHS too often anymore, but if you want to experience the magic of Jewel Riders, check out our playlists for the first and second seasons, and you can watch these episodes. Nice quality. Relive all the memories. Hold your toys while you watch them, and
hold your toy in your box as you watch your video.
Exactly.
Are they in the box?
And re-experience the magic of Jewel Riders, which is, as a kid with no internet, this was one of the few ways to do that. And I think it's really important to remember that in 1996, the vast majority of the U.S. did not have the internet, and once something went off the air, if you didn't have your own VHS, copies from the live broadcast, these were the only way that you could watch the show. Yeah,
it was gone. And then it was like so many fans have noted, where did I imagine Jewel Riders?
Yes.
Was it real? I don't know.
Yeah, there's been lots of people over time that have been like, thank you for reminding me that this even existed.
Really existed.
Yeah. So that's been a treat to reintroduce some of those people to Jewel Riders. So
if you enjoyed hearing about the VHS tapes, make sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends. And stay connected.
Yes.
We want to make sure that you're getting up to date on the latest Princess Gwenevere and the Jewel Riders news.
Yes. All right. So until later, then, friends together,
friends forever.
All right. Bye.
By the magic of the Sunstone, you're tuned into the Jewel Riders Archive.
We're talking about VHS tapes today.
There you go.
We've watched
the VH
a lot
what?
The what?
VH what? People don't know what they are.